If you're struggling to fight like a pro in Fortnite, for example, dying in early game or not being able to successfully progress through all the ranks, then this video is for you. In this video, I'll be showing you all the methods and tricks pro players use to be able to play as good as they do, so you can never lose another fight again. Also, if you could drop a like and subscribe, I'm trying to get 5k subscribers before the end of October, and all the help would be greatly appreciated. And just a reminder, all the tips I will be going over will be listed down in the timeline of the video below and in the description to make it easier for you to navigate through the tips that you need. So something that almost every pro player does before a game is warm up. Now, warm up doesn't have to be an hour or 2 hours of sitting in creative, practicing high ground retakes you're never going to use. Warm up can be as simple as spending 10 minutes in an edit course or a peak practice map. The code to a map that a lot of pros use is up on screen now, and I recommend you load into this map anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes before playing if you're trying to improve your overall skill. This map is great for practicing aim and builds, which are arguably the two most important factors in the game. In the map, there is a room that is based off aim labs, which allows you to avoid a moving target whilst trying to hit moving targets, which can be great for practicing your aim. There's also a second area which contains peak practice training. All you have to do is jump over an edited wall and practice hitting the moving target without taking damage. This is great for being able to improve your peeking capability and to help with not getting hit when peeking a wall. Now, another great thing a lot of people don't do is watching pro players play. Being able to see how a good player plays can help you improve dramatically. When watching a pro player, make sure you're paying attention to how they play. From there, you can apply the game strategies they use to your gameplay to help with improvement. If you notice a pro player peeks at a certain angle or moves a certain way, go on creative and then practice that. If you do this at least once, I can guarantee you will see a huge improvement on your gameplay as you're able to implement something that a pro player is using. This gives you a huge advantage because if you notice you're not doing something a pro player is doing, you can then start to practice it, which will put you above the average player. A great way to fight more like a pro player is by applying pressure in your fights. Pressure can be really important, especially in endgame fights, if you really want to become a better player and do well in ranked or tournaments. The best way to apply pressure is by spraying. Now, as everyone knows, spraying requires zero skill and pretty much anyone can do it, but not everyone knows when to spray. And by knowing when to spray, it can put you at a big advantage over the people you're playing against. The best time to spray someone is when they are low, or to spray a team with the most amount of players endgame. Now, I say spray the team with the most amount of players endgame because they are most likely to have the strongest team and the team who is most likely going to win. So if you can pressure that team, then you can gain a higher chance of winning the game over them. Something I notice with a lot of players is they lack confidence in fights. By this, I mean players usually don't fight back, or when they do, they camp in a box, or they run away, and they end up losing because of it. To fight like a pro player, you need to be confident enough to commit to fights and W key. You shouldn't be afraid to W key because at the end of the day, if you die, you can always go back and look at how you died. If you notice you die because of a weird peak, you can always go back and try and improve your positioning for next time so you don't get hit by that peak again. When you watch pro players, you realize that they're not afraid to go and fight other players, and they are always usually W keying that player. That's what puts them at a big advantage because they're constantly applying pressure. The last thing you should be doing to help improve your fighting is playing tournaments. Now, these tournaments can be cash cups or just other tournaments that take place. Tournaments can be a great way to improve your skills as it can allow you to verse people who know what they're doing and know how to fight. By fighting in tournaments, it can allow you to learn habits that can be useful when fighting pro players. I would recommend playing tournaments with friends or just other people so you can learn how they play and integrate that into your own playstyle, making you an overall better player. If you don't have amazing game sense, tournaments can be a great way to improve this as it allows you to get a feel of what it's like to play competitively outside of ranked tournaments. Everything I've gone over this video will be timestamped in the description below, including map codes and fundamentals I went over. Please let me know what else you guys would like to see on the channel. Also, I'm trying to get 5k subs before the end of October, and all the help would be greatly appreciated. Also, make sure you're using code Yixfer. I've also recently just released a map. It's a good way to warm up your free builds. The code will also be down in the description below, and I'll have it up on screen now. Anyways, that's it. Peace.